The girl had been kidnapped by human traffickers. One day, she suddenly heard a boat approaching outside. She thought it was the police coming, but instead, it was an elderly man with white hair. He anchored his yacht at a distance, then paddled a small kayak to board the fishing boat. As soon as he got on, he checked on the injured young man. Seeing that he was severely dehydrated and barely conscious, he immediately signaled Jack to give him water. Jack then led him down into the cabin to examine Mary and the others. The old man seemed extremely professional, asking how they ended up there and whether they felt any discomfort. Dina, thinking he was a doctor, even lay down and let him examine her abdomen. After a preliminary check, he concluded that Dina had bruised her ribs from an impact, and Mary was the only one who appeared unharmed. Afterward, the old man returned to the control room and casually tossed Jack a stack of cash. Their conversation revealed that the two were involved in organ trafficking. Jack kidnapped tourists at sea while the old man handled the organ extraction. Today, since Jack didn't bring enough cash, he could only pay the rest with a gold watch and ring. Once the deal was done, the two men walked out onto the deck, preparing to operate on the injured young man. They were clearly practiced at this, quickly completing the preoperative setup. Mary and her companion were still clueless. Hearing noises outside, they crawled to the gap of the hatch to take a look. What Mary saw left her stunned. Her boyfriend was laid out on a table being cut open. Mary screamed desperately, but the old man performing the surgery ignored her completely. He swiftly removed the organs he needed, then kicked the boyfriend's body overboard to feed the sharks. Next, the two men entered the cabin again and dragged Dina out for the next operation. Mary knew they couldn't just sit and wait, so she used a piece of wire to twist open the ventilation window of the cabin. After repeated attempts, she finally managed to open it and escape. Meanwhile, Jack and the old man were busy preparing Dina for surgery and didn't notice Mary was gone. Mary sneaked into the control room and used the radio to call the police, but due to the boat's outdated equipment, she received no response despite waiting a long time. With no other choice, she temporarily gave up, found a spear gun in the cabin, and decided to rescue Dina first. She quietly approached the old man, but was still spotted. Thinking Mary was bluffing, the old man tried to talk her into putting the weapon down, but Mary was not to be underestimated. She pulled the trigger and shot him in a vital spot. Even then, the old man refused to give up and continued wrestling with her. At that moment, Dina woke up from the anesthesia, grabbed a surgical knife, and ended the old man's life. When Jack came out of the control room, he found the old man lying in a pool of blood while Mary and Dina were nowhere to be found. He scanned the area quickly and noticed the old man's kayak was still there. Realizing the two women couldn't have gotten far, he punctured the kayak and then searched the fishing boat from end to end. Before long, Jack made a discovery on the water. The two women were swimming toward the old man's yacht.